And we are on the air, my friend.
Livy.
You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do this shit. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Prompt and Circumstance. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, creative mastermind, and star of the award-winning Netflix series Beaks and Bits, the history of the American chicken nugget.
6 dark tales of feathers and fun.
We are two rapidly aging millennials who can bullshit with the best of them, so we decide to challenge ourselves and blindly explore 3 new topics each week to keep our chops honed and razor sharp. Here's what Prompt and Circumstance is all about. Number 1, this podcast draws inspiration from the exceedingly entertaining and endlessly creative Writing Prompts subreddit. Each week we choose 3 prompts from the sub and talk them through for about 5 minutes apiece, or at least until we get tired of it. Number 2, credit will always be given to the original poster, always. And number 3, we do not read the comments on any post prior to recording these episodes. This helps avoid any inadvertent plagiarism or idea theft. However, if you detect any similarities to something you submitted to the sub, please let us know. We'll credit you on the next recorded episode. So thank you in advance for listening. You're hearing the culmination of combined 5 decades of failed creative endeavors. So here's to breaking the cycle. Okay. We had an exciting week, CJ.
Did we?
I think so. So as of Monday morning...
Oh, yeah, social media.
Social meds. As of Monday morning, we had 325 followers on our Prompt Pod Instagram, and now with the assistance and help and tireless efforts of one of our favorite accounts, White People Humor...
we're at 320.
We're at 320. We lost 5. We lost 5 followers. No, we are at well over 1,300 on our way to 1,400 followers. So
absolutely incredible.
It is.
Cannot thank him enough.
It is incredible. And I know these things don't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's exciting. It's exciting to be able to get our content out.
And it matters to me.
It matters to me, man. Fuck it. You know, I know. Social media has invaded our lives and blah, 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 blah. But
yeah, but now it's really invading my life.
Yeah, exactly. Now I care way more about it than I ever did. No, but it's nice. From a realistic perspective, it's nice to be able to get our content out to a larger audience. It's cool that people seem to be digging it.
Of course.
Stuff's getting shared a lot, and we've kind of been making some different content that we feel like aligns with the humor on the show, but is not just bombarding everybody with show-specific promotional material. So I think it's been going well, and we'll hope it continues that way. I want to see it get even bigger. But in any case, enough bullshit, right? I'm drinking white wine out of a mug, and that is what we call the mark of success in the biz.
I'm drinking a warm Pepsi. Sip up.
On that depressing fucking note, let's go right to prompt number 1. And prompt is brought to us here by Blue Flame 990. And after successfully complaining to God for the 1,000th time, he drags you to heaven and offers to let you run things for a day to see how the world really works. At the end of your first day, he comes back to find the universe a finely tuned machine of excellence. We have our loose 5-minute time frame on the clock, and our time starts now. So, I think we should address let's separate this from Bruce Almighty. Okay?
You got it.
You know, I don't think this is necessarily. I don't think this is something that is the same storyline. You know what I mean? Where, Bruce. You know how Bruce was like ultimately tested and God was still kind of controlling things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it ultimately,
you have full reign here.
We have full reign. Yeah.
Correct.
So Morgan Freeman's not fucking with this
Yeah,
like he did in the movie.
He took a vacation day.
Yeah, yeah. I also want to address and apologize how long it took me to get that thought out, because that was really...
It's all right. It's prompt number 1. And we got the soundboard to save us.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So I just want to separate those storylines. Yeah. So we have complete control. It's also, I think, fair to say that when he comes back to find it a finely tuned machine of excellence, that this is according to our interpretation of what a finely tuned machine of excellence would be. It doesn't necessarily have to subscribe to any conventional,
gotcha. Yep.
You know, like utopian world.
It's our idea of excellence.
I mean, you know, if we think it's fucking excellent, it's excellent.
Yeah.
You know, okay. So, in any case, we're if you're in this situation, CJ, where do you start?
No humans.
No humans.
They're all gone.
Except for, I mean, including
it's just
yourself.
animals. Yeah.
So,
I mean, we've been
are you still
years of just messing it up.
Yeah, it's true. Shit, man. You're
that, and it would be kind of cool to see. You know what I mean? Earth with no humans on
So
it.
you would still be able to. You would still be some type of like presence, though.
Yeah,
or
like a deity.
Okay, so you would be like an energy.
Oh, that would suck. He's like, wait, I'm God again, so you have to go back, and you're the only thing
with all the animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah. Good luck, Tarzan. See ya.
I do agree that it would be neat to see.
Like that would just be cool to see.
Like
I don't know that necessarily would be a finely tuned machine of excellence.
No, because
there's
just like
definitely
watching a real life Planet Earth documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There are definitely things we could fix while still having humans. We don't need to definitely get rid of them, but
yeah. So all right. So aside from wiping out all of humanity and just eliminating the problem that way, what are some items that you think you might focus on personally? Like it doesn't, you know, I don't know that, and this is going to sound terrible, but I don't know that like trying to find a path of least resistance to world peace or something.
Yeah,
I don't know that that's attainable.
Because then somebody's going to figure out something else to argue about.
Exactly.
There's always going to be somebody's going to have a disagreement somewhere.
Yes.
And that person might have enough power to,
it's true.
actually do something bad with it. So
for sure. Yeah. So what realistically, what kind of changes would you?
That is a tough one, because then you're like, well, if I do this, you have the butterfly effect of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you could have some unforeseen, but I guess we could focus on the good, because it does say it's a finely tuned machine of excellence. So, I don't know, get rid of single-use plastics.
And just eliminate on the environment. Waste. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the small stuff like, excuse me, whoo. Oh. I think the small stuff like that is ultimately better to focus on. Like, for example, I would...
But, I mean, is that what's turning the world into a horrible place?
A little bit at a time, man. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? How many straws have to wind up in turtles' nostrils before we fix
before somebody
shit?
cares?
Yeah, exactly. Before somebody gives a fuck about that turtle or single-use plastics. Honestly, though, the paper straws are bullshit. Yeah, they
just drink out of a glass like an adult.
Yeah, you don't need a straw.
Yeah.
And plus, they start
as soon as you
disintegrate.
graduate from the sippy cup, you drink out of a glass. Oh, it hurts my teeth when I drink. I use the straw as a vessel to get past the teeth.
Oh,
use Sensodyne.
Off.
Yeah. Fix it.
There are products that will turn your teeth from little bitch teeth into adult
nobody
teeth.
has sensitive teeth, and no single-use plastics. Finely tuned machine of excellence.
Dude, that's all we need.
Pack it in.
I would eliminate the urge that people have to disregard common courtesy when merging into a single lane. You know what I mean? So I would try and solve the traffic problem
or
first.
Just like an umbrella of like when you know you're doing something that is going to affect somebody negatively.
Yes.
But you're like, I matter.
Yeah.
I matter more.
Yeah.
Like get rid of that, and I feel like that would take a lot of like aggression and everything away from a lot of situations, not even just traffic. But that is hilarious. Like, I mean, there's plenty of times where you take your own feelings into consideration and
it's true,
and just ignore everybody else's.
Shit, you're absolutely right, man. That selfishness kicks in, and you're like, I just don't give a single fuck
late.
What happens to anybody else. I'm late. I matter in my personal bubble,
and I have to go.
You know what I mean? If I could, I would remove that instinct that kicks in that tells you to just keep being a dickhead and
Just
worry
do
about
it.
yourself.
Yeah, right.
first.
Like, think about everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you're right. I think that would solve a lot of the issues.
Is it, is it though?
What do you
Is
mean?
that little thing causing like the huge problems?
Well, no. I mean, it's not, but it would solve a lot of the little bullshit. You know what I mean? We could get a nice zipper going when you're merging in traffic. You know, people wouldn't you, if you eliminate that need to put yourself first, people would be a lot more respectful of like maintaining a consistent speed. You know, like there wouldn't be people that were speeding and going, 90 miles an hour, and then slamming on their brakes when they realize the person in front of them
there's traffic.
is going 40, and then fucking up everybody behind them.
Yes.
I understand that I'm getting into the traffic too much, but
It's all right. It's obviously a part of your day.
it
So
infuriates me, dude. So if me personally, as a deity, could remove that element, it would. I'm putting me first. It would make my life so much better.
or just get rid of all the humans.
That's true. See, you go right back to square one, dude, and we wind up in the same place.
Correct.
Humans are the problem.
Now, does this? I just want to answer. Like, does God keep your advice? He's like, yeah, that was cool, but we're just gonna go back to the old crappy self.
Well, that begs the question of how big of an ego God has, because you figure there are situations where I'm more than willing to accept somebody's better version of a product, product or project.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm, working with a team on something, or it's a collaborative effort, and I know that I'm not the most well equipped in the group to perform
Yeah, like
the
does
task.
he keep you on the team
Right.
up there with him?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, you know what? You're project manager now. We're gonna promote you.
Doubtful.
So you're gonna be hanging out up here.
I mean, that would be cool. I just don't see it happening, because in my head, God has spent X number of millennia crafting this, this world,
Right.
and maintaining his version of order, his or her version of order, and
Right.
the
So
way
he has
things
to,
need to be.
That kind of goes back. So he has to know that he can't change too much.
In what way? Explain what you mean
Like
by
the
that.
butterfly effect.
Oh, yeah.
If it's
yeah.
that easy, if you could come in and just think, oh well, I'll just do all this
Yeah.
today, and then he's like, yeah, you know what, you can hang out till tomorrow and see what you did.
See how you fuck everything up.
Yeah, it looks great now, man, but
Yeah.
give it 12 hours when
Yeah.
they find something else to be pissed off about.
Because they will find a way.
Yeah,
You know what I
wait till
mean?
that phone goes off the hook here, buddy. You'll see
Facebook
what-
really is just a
you'll see.
microcosm for the world at large. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's going to be a comment and a sad face somewhere that's going to set somebody off, and there's going to be Russian interference fucking everything
I'm
up.
so pissed off, and I don't know why now.
Yeah, so maybe, in his or her all-knowing, abilities, he's like, yeah, hey, great job. Round of applause.
Just stick around
Yeah,
a few.
you done good, kid. And just crash in the spare room. We'll get up in the morning. You'll smell breakfast. Come on down, and we'll take
You'll
a look.
smell something.
Yeah, we'll take a look at how catastrophic your fucking project is. I mean, those are my thoughts on that one. I would love to go into it and unpack the consequences. What the potential downside of that could be, but I think that'll.
I'm sure we'll come across a
Yeah.
prompt like that.
Yeah, and that's gonna rip us for another 10 minutes at least if we if we get into it. So, I'm gonna call break on that one unless you had any.
Nope, sounds good to me.
All right, perfect. We are gonna take a short breather. I'm gonna finish this mug of wine and probably refill for another, and we will be right back. All right, and we are back after the what I would consider roaring success of prompt number 1. We are armed and ready for prompt number 2. And a little precursor here. It's a little bit of a departure from our normal format, right? This one is not from the writing prompt subreddit. This is from
The Ass Credit subreddit.
Ass credit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is from the Ask Reddit sub. Equally, if not more popular than writing prompts. I would say Ask Reddit's probably one of the biggest, right?
That's easily top 10,
Gotcha.
I think.
Okay. So in any case, we are going to keep our same musical cues here just so you, the listener, can appreciate our level of consistency and professionalism. And prompt number 2 comes to us from the Ask Reddit sub, brought to us by yummygumdrop. And the prompt is, well, the question is, you get $10 million, but from now on, your teeth are naturally flaccid and become hard whenever you're hungry. Do you accept, and why? And we have our 5 minutes on the clock, and our time starts now.
All right, so there's obviously, all right, well, maybe there's obviously pros and cons to this.
Sure.
Maybe not so obvious if you're not me, but first I think of is how much your teeth help you with pronunciation.
Oh, did not even think about that, dude.
So you're like, yeah, give me the $10 million. I'll take it. Like, and all. Because now you have to come up with an excuse why you never talk anymore, unless it's, hey, what are we getting for lunch?
That's true. Because
like you can say stuff like that.
Your teeth only become erect when you're hungry.
Word choice.
So you'd almost have to. You'd be in a situation of like perpetually starving yourself just to maintain a normal existence. You know what I mean? And then really you'd only eat enough. If this is me.
Got you. So you can have normal conversation. You want to be hungry most of the time.
Right.
So you're going to be fit.
Yes.
Or
so this would actually be a good thing, dude.
Or really weak.
If you, yeah.
Who's the weak guy who never says anything?
Yeah, I mean, because if I were tasked with this situation or presented with this situation, I would absolutely fucking take the 10 million. No questions asked, for sure.
You would be great at like lunch meetings with clients if you worked at at like a company that did that. Because think about it, you're not talking when you're not hungry, so you have all this time to think.
Yep.
And then you're like, yeah, let's go out for lunch, or let's go out for lunch. What'd you say?
What's wrong with dipshit over there?
Just give me a second. And then you just
starting to get hungry.
Yeah, and then you just power through lunch with all these thoughts you've saved up because you're the new quiet guy.
And that is a key component of successful meeting etiquette is unless you
hard
have something
teeth.
Yeah, hard teeth.
Go on, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Dude, it's funny you should mention that because that was actually the first question. I got to stop interrupting my train of thought for shit that's going on in the background. Apologies. Anyway, that was one of the first questions that was asked of me on my interview for where I currently work.
Yeah.
Yep.
How'd it go?
It was great, and I think that's what actually got me the job because
how hard are your teeth?
She said, first thing I want to know, I don't care about your resume, I don't care about your qualifications. I need to know how rock hard those teeth are. And I was like, well,
Let me see 'em.
I'm fucking starving, baby.
So they're rock hard.
Yeah, they're hard.
Go ahead,
and ready.
feel them.
Feel my teeth.
So you're taking it hands
no questions
down?
Asked. Hands down. Because if it doesn't specify what level of hunger you need to get hard.
So you're just going to maintain
I'm just going to maintain an acceptable level of hunger, which realistically I have most of the day anyway. I have damn close to an insatiable appetite most of the time. So like, dude, I had a full dinner. I had a gigantic dinner plus ice cream like an hour ago. And I'm hungry right now.
Gotcha.
I could eat a full fucking pizza right now.
So then there's the positives.
Yeah.
You're wealthy and you're not overeating.
Mm-hmm. It's like a guaranteed portion control, dude. Because you're only going to eat enough you need to survive.
Nobody wants flaccid teeth.
Nobody wants like limp dick teeth. You know?
Hey, limp tooth. What?
Yeah, it's I think it's doable, man. I really do.
I would definitely have some reservations on accepting it.
So what would be your hesitation? Why would you it's hard to turn down 10 million, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. Go ahead, sorry.
I mean, let's say you go out on a date and you want to impress her. Oh yeah, we'll get whatever you want. You overeat. You go go back to the house. I'm not hungry, and I'm not talking either. I got these loose danglies in my mouth.
Loose danglies. She's like, "What's that in your mouth?"
Don't look at me.
I've heard it.
And they're just like very subtly flying past your lips as you're talking.
Dude, I'm thinking of Zoidberg from Futurama.
Yeah, what if do they deform when they're flaccid? Are they longer?
I would
like,
imagine.
is it like a balloon? Like
Yeah.
when you fill a balloon up with air and it gets firm, it takes its shape.
It has its ovular shape.
When you got these flaccid teeth, are they just
and like does all the stuff, because your teeth aren't hollow for the most part, so like does all the substance in your teeth and like the internal enamel and the construct of your tooth,
does it just go away?
no, well, I don't think it goes away. I think it still has mass and
just
weight.
hangs there?
It just hangs. You know what I
You
mean?
don't have to buy floss.
No, you don't.
It
Because
just-
you can part
yeah.
your teeth like curtains. Just get right up in there with the brush.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Ugh, God, the visuals on this one are
It's
rough.
It's disturbing.
For 10 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the fence
Well,
with that, man. I don't. There's no what. Not hands down. I'm not.
Right.
I wouldn't say. Oh, sign me up.
Right. Well, I mean, dude, but for 10 million, if I have to talk like this sometimes.
Oh, that's all you say.
Yeah.
I guess like, you could just be quiet
Yeah.
and not have to say anything.
And
But-
and honestly, dude, with that level of wealth, and granted, I'm not going to suggest even for a second that $10 million is not a lot of money, but in the era of the super rich that we're currently in, it's not crazy money anymore. You know,
You're
what I
not
mean?
set. Are you set for life on 10
I think
million?
you're set if you
Invest it.
invest it, if you have if you bring on a financial planner to manage it for you, you know, like with $10 million. And dude, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know. I've never had that.
And I got an idea. No, finish the thought, but I have an idea.
I was just going to say, like, I feel like at that level of wealth, you have to have somebody manage the money for you and almost take like a salary off of it. Like if you invest it,
give yourself so much money per year.
exactly. You know, because like you have 10 million and you have that to sustain you, and let's say you earn fucking, I don't know, 500,000 worth of interest and growth, you know, year over year off that amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a great fucking amount of money
yeah,
to live
of
off
course.
of. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's I think if you plan it right, 10 million can set you up for life. And okay, you keep your mouth shut a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, here's my thing. I just thought of this.
Okay.
We'll go out on a loophole that I usually try and find. $10 million is a lot, and you just take off enough for implants. You get rid of the flaccid teeth.
Oh,
You get implants.
Dude, yeah.
And then you still got all this money. You don't have to worry about anything.
Bro, I mean, the dental work is a drop in the bucket.
It could-
Like,
right? For 10 mil?
you could buy it 10 times over. Even if you got the implants, they fell out a year later. Just fucking buy them again.
Right?
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
we're
it.
taking it.
That's
Hands
it.
down.
Up
Give me the
top.
flaccid teeth.
Ugh, that's so awkward doing a high five over the desk here.
Yeah, don't do it again.
Plus, my headphone wire wasn't long enough. Anyway, well, on that note, I mean, dude, there's nowhere else to go.
Right?
We're taking the money.
Yep.
Taking the
Give
money.
me it.
Yep.
Give me the money. Give me the flaccid teeth. Let's get out of here.
CJ has the last word. That's going to wrap us up for prompt number 2, and I think we're going to incorporate this Ask Reddit thing in periodically.
I'd like to.
here. Yeah.
There's some of them that just wouldn't work with the way we do things.
Yeah.
But things like this that give us, a frame of reference to talk off, and I think it fits the bill.
I think it was good when the prompt or question is right. We'll know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So anyway, we will be right back in a few minutes for prompt number 3. And we are back with prompt number 3. It's getting crazy over here, dude. Not gonna lie to you. We're having a
The last one was just a lot of fun.
wacky time in the studio. Could be because of my alcoholic beverage. Could be just because we're good at what we do.
Could be the Pepsi.
Could be. It could be the flat Pepsi. Could be the
Yeah.
flat warm Pepsi. I also
It's hot Pepsi.
I
now.
peed in it. That's why.
Oh, that's why it was so.
Yeah, my urine
Homey.
warmed it up. Yep,
Mm.
it's a taste of home.
You have asparagus today?
I did have asparagus and kale. Kale doesn't make your pee smell or taste different, though. Fun fact. In any case, prompt number 3 is brought to us by... Let's see. Oh, this one's a different format here. There we go. Prompt number 3 brought to us by SugioSnoipar. That's SugioSnoipar. And the prompt is, you are the most mediocre superhero on Earth. With the strength of 2 men, you shall be, or your name shall be, Man. We have 5 minutes on the clock, and our time starts now. Okay. Well, this guy is fucking useless. Well, maybe he's not useless. Maybe he's not useless.
He's more useful than I am.
That's true, because
I'm
he's the
man.
strength of 2.
And here comes Man.
It's true. By default, he's twice as good
Yeah.
as you are.
So, you're useless.
Hey, well, that's not the first time I've heard that. So, you know,
Won't be the last.
in my life, my marriage, my professional career. No, I'm kidding.
Podcast. So when is Man helpful? Where are we going with when would you need this mediocre superhero?
Let me ask you this: have you ever been to Best Buy? Best Buy?
I have been to Best Buy.
I've been to Best Buy.
Got those flaccid teeth.
Got those dick teeth. You've been to Best Buy. Have you ever purchased a TV?
The team lift.
The team lift. You don't need a team.
It's just Man.
You just need Man.
Hey, Man.
He can grab both handles, and because he has the strength of 2 men, he can safely...
Does he have the arm span of 2 men? Because it's a wide
just
box.
the strength. As long as you're 55 or less inches, I mean, on the TV, not your age. I think you're good, because I think my wingspan, I could probably get
Wrapping around that TV?
Yeah, 55. I'm not saying I could do 60. I mean,
I don't know, man. Do you need to be Man to lift a TV? TVs are so light nowadays.
They are so light, but it still says team lift on the box. And if
I'm not listening to Best Buy.
We're going to be a society that abides by the rules
for anything.
Oh, that drop had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, I just like it. Keep him around.
I just wanted to hit the button. I like Ghost Man. No, I think there are more situations than we're giving credit for where the strength of 2 men would come in handy. For example, just basic lifting. You know,
but then does it come with the ego of Man? Back up. I got this. It's like, dude, I don't even know who you are. Like, are you trying to take the TV? Like, I just bought it. It's team lift, whatever. I'm just gonna shimmy it up the stairs into the house.
The stairs are carpeted. I can just
back it up.
I can slide it. And that's the problem with Man is he swoops in when he thinks you need help and you don't.
Yeah,
it's like
he comes with every part of like a stereotypical man doubled.
Yeah,
BO.
He's got the BO of 2 men. It's like, damn, bro, you fucking stink.
Damn, Man.
Man. You smell like a fucking hoagie. You are twice as disgusting as a normal man. I
did not see that coming, man. Man.
Dude, and I mean, I know the prompt didn't specifically specify that it has all the attributes of him. All the attributes of 2 men. It's specifically just strength.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's okay. I'm glad we went this direction because it's now twice as funny to me if he has double all the shitty parts. But like, you know, let's say you're doing some like light landscaping at your house, and you have maybe some some bricks or something that you're making like a little retaining wall or like a little, bricked in flower bed or something. And Man, his man sensor goes off And he detects.
There's bricks that need laying.
Yeah. He's like, well, with the strength of 2 men, I could lay those bricks twice as fast. And he swoops in.
And breaks all the bricks.
Yeah, and you're just like, dude.
Grabs them too hard.
Fuck off. Like, take your double strength and
Get
fuck
outta
off. Yeah. Because, I mean, I was fine. This is how I was planning on killing my entire afternoon to get away from my family. And now you just came in.
Now I need more plans.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and first of all, I hope you're going to pay for the cost of these broken bricks with the wallet of 2 men, because this shit was not cheap. All right? So you really came in, you destroyed my nice Sunday, and you're fucking useless. So, dude, back to your original assertion, I think Man is useless.
Yeah. What other qualities, like, would having them doubled be just as hilarious as ego and stink?
Ego and stink are the front runners right now. That also sounds like a new hipster craft brewery. Like,
ego and stink.
Welcome to Ego and Stink. Only the finest hops and barley go into our brew.
It's just hops. Just hops in a glass.
That line is 100% full credit to my buddy Tim. He said that about a fart back in 7th grade. And we all died, dude.
Wait, which part?
Oh, dude, we were on a bus, and Tim farted, and it was disgusting. Like,
had the stink of 2 men.
It had the stink of 2 men, and we're like, "Holy shit, dude, was that you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, only the finest hops and barley go into my brew."
And when was this?
Dude, this is fucking 2 decades ago. He's the guy's a fucking genius, man. He's a comedic genius, and I can't wait for him to be on the show. He's coming in May, first weekend in May.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So
the comedy and wit of 2 men.
Ooh,
he could do the podcast by himself.
He could, and that would be a true superpower, because this party definitely takes 2 to tango. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're going to start calling Tim Man if he's that funny.
He's definitely that funny, and he could do this show by himself better than we're doing it right now.
Oh, cool. Is he replacing us?
He is. He's coming. He's moving from Chicago
to
here just to take over the show that generates no income whatsoever.
Thank God.
No, it's beyond his general uselessness, and really, I think Man's problem is the ego. I think that's what gets in his way.
Like, he always knows he's doubly as strong as everyone around.
Yeah.
But nobody wants your help.
So he has the attitude of somebody that does CrossFit who is just naturally as strong as somebody that does CrossFit. You know, so he doesn't even have to do the ridiculous pull-ups and the crazy box jumps.
So what does he tell you about then?
I see what you did. No, I feel bad because I do have friends that are into CrossFit, and I have nothing against it. If you want to better yourself through physical fitness, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah.
I believe in you, man.
I think I'm gonna man out of this prompt, because I can't think of anything else that.
No, you mediocre superhero.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
I hate man.
Guy sucks. Fucking thing sucks.
With the suck of 2 men.
Yeah. He's with the suck of 2 men. And on that note, CJ, you got the final word twice, man. Kudos, because that shit was great. But with that, we are gonna close our show, bring in some sweet funk to wrap us up here. Damn, dude, good job, episode 14. I
Likewise.
I think it's great.
Always a good time.
In any case, you can reach us on several convenient channels through all major forms of social media, most notably Instagram. Please come be one of our 1,300 plus followers. You can get us to 1,400 at PromptPod. Reach us on Twitter at PromptPod, and reach us on stupid motherfucking Facebook at PromptPod. Otherwise, we can be reached by email via hosts, HOSTS, at promptpodcast.com. We have a very dashing website. I like it. CJ likes it. Everybody who sees it likes it. So go check it out. That's www.promptpodcast.com. And we're going to start throwing this out there. Since we are now on YouTube, we have video, we have audio, we got all the whole 9 yards. and we have some listeners. So if you have an idea for a prompt that you would like to suggest, or if you have something that you would like to hear us talk about, or a neat idea or a creative concept, please let us know at any of the aforementioned channels. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, email, or through the website, whatever works best for you. But other than that, we will see you next week for episode 15. Can't wait.
Bing, bang, boom!